Welcome to our second Power Maths parent video. In today's session, we were looking at using addition and subtraction in columns when we had to exchange. In other words, if we used to, in the olden days, you'd call it borrowing, we call it exchanging. And also making sensible choices about the methods that they're going to use. What I mean by the sensible method is this sort of thing. Let's take this as a question. World War II ended in 1945. It started in 1939. How many years did it last? Now, firstly, the children need to understand that it's a difference between. So we're asking, how many years is there between 1939 and 1945? Then they need to understand, okay, difference between, remember it from last week, is a subtraction question. So they've got those things in their head. Now, if we're not careful, an unsophisticated mathematician is going to end up doing something a bit like this. 1945 subtract 1939. Now we know that that is basically a not good use of their time. It's not efficient because in actual fact they can really work out that, well, there's just actually 1 year to take it to 1940, another 5 years to take it to 1945, well, that's 6 years. It's as simple as that. So they use mental methods because there's a very small gap between the two numbers, and so therefore they would use mental methods. Where they may have to use a written method, however, is in something like this. So here we set it out as a column, 4,321, 1,234. Now remember, partitioning, we need to make sure things are laid out in the right columns. Instantly we're hit with something here, 1 subtract 4. We can't do that, and we can't, well, in this context we can't do it, and we definitely can't do 4 subtract 1 because that would be changing the order of the numbers. So what do? Well, actually we exchange. We take 1 from this 2 here. We've now called that a 1, so that's in the tens column, we just have 1 10, and we add those 10 into the ones column. That makes 11 subtract 4, which gives us 7. We're left now with a situation where we do 1 subtract 3, well, that's no good, so we move over to the hundreds column. We take one of the hundreds from there, and we add that in there. So now we have 11 subtract 3. 11 subtract 3 is 8. 2 subtract 2 gives us a 0, and 4 subtract 1 gives us 3. So the answer is 3,087.